Before I get into this review, I just want to point out something that back in 2019, I've already done a review on this monitor. This is the Desview R7. I will stick a link in the video description in case you want to go and check that video out, and at the end. And I just want to explain to you why I bought another one. Look, I haven't opened it yet. It's a brand spanking new one. And the reason for that is because I broke it. So I'm just going to quickly show you my setup. So this is the GH5 camera, and it's on a what you call a cage with a little handle for me to hold it. This all fits onto my tripod, and normally this monitor would sit bang in the middle on the top up here, sit like that. But because I broke it, look, let me show you. See, I broke it where it connects, so I've had to use a side mount for connecting, and it's not ideal because I can't lay it down anywhere because it wants to fall over. So I thought I need to get another one, or get another surround and fit it onto that. It works perfectly. Apart from that, you know, I wouldn't recommend you go and drop it because it breaks. So my camera does have its own monitor on it, as you can see there, that little one there, and you can flip it over. But when you're filming on your own, and I do most of my filming on my own, it's quite a small camera, and I don't always have it close, and I want to see what's going on, make sure I'm in focus, make sure I'm actually in the actual shot itself. And I find the 7-inch one is a far better one. Like I said, it works extremely well, and I'm going to try and get a new case for it if I can. I'm not sure if I can, but if I can, I'll just unbolt it all and swap it right over. That'd be brilliant. I'll have two then. So yeah, I really do like it, but I broke it, and yeah, it's a shame. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through the process of do the unboxing, see what you get for your money. I'm going to show you some of the settings and play about with it, so you've got a good idea of, oh, that's quite impressive. Oh, the other thing is normally I have a short HDMI lead, but I've had to put a long one on because it won't reach. The short one is just the perfect length for fitting into the camera and the monitor, but because it's right over there now, all the connection, I've had to change over leads. Oh, here's my short one. See, look, tiny short one. Perfect. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do the unboxing, show you exactly what you actually get for your money, all the little connections, stuff like that, and then I'm going to show you some of the settings, what you can do, you know, all the bits you can get on it, all the extra features like the line that comes through the camera. It shows you virtually everything you want it to show you, or you can just turn it off, or you can even get it to show you even more stuff. It's really good. Really pleased with the monitor, pleased with the camera as well, by the way, GH5. But I needed another monitor, and I thought, well, I'm happy with this one, so I'm going to get another one. It's got a big battery on the back as well, which doesn't come with it, by the way. So with that, let's get on with it, shall we? This video is sponsored by SaharaGaming. I've teamed up with them to bring you a £20 discount on their all-in-one water cooling system. Check out the link in the video description for more details. This discount will only last till September 2022. After that, you pay the normal price. So with that, let's get back to the video. Right, let's have a quick look around the box, and it's going to be very quickly, and then I will quickly get everything out. So it's an R7 7-inch full touchscreen 3D LUT 4K HDMI in and out, 1000 nits, and full waveform monitoring. Okay, nothing to see on the side. Some technical parameters that I'm not going to read out to you. That's it. Let's get it open. that is everything you get in the box, but I couldn't remember if it actually come with a bag on the last one. There's a little bag in. It's quite nice, you know, it's nothing special, but it's quite a nice bag. Takes that, and you know, you can put some other bits and that in there as well. I'll get that out of the way for now, because we don't need that. Instructions, and you might need them actually if you've never done something like this. I'm not going to do a tutorial because you might set it up totally different, so you need to explore it for yourself. Comes with a screen cleaner, believe it or not. This little baby is a memory card, or memory stick. Yes, a USB memory stick. And you might think, well, what do I need that for? Well, if you need to do a firmware update, you will need that or something like that. Or if you need to restore it, I think you can restore it as well. I haven't got a clue what's in this one, so we're going to open it up and find out. Oh, I know what it is. It's the mounting thing. So it comes with a little Allen key. Comes with its own little Allen key and a little cold tube for mounting it on your tripod or wherever you're going to put it. I've definitely got one of them. So these are very useful. I think it's a little bit different to the other one I've got. Looking at that, could be wrong, but that looks different. So it comes with that. You have different types of connections. I can't remember. Some of it do plugging it into the mains, this little baby. Yeah, if you want to plug it into a power connection for continuous power, you can use that, and I believe that goes into different devices that you'd have to add to your cage. That's what that's for. Yeah, it's quite good, and it's on a flexi as well. And I did get one of them last time. This is the HDMI, I believe. So I have a mini HDMI to a full-size HDMI. This has full-size HDMI, but yeah, very nice. I think on my camera, which is that one up there, I think I've got HDMI big, and I think I've got HDMI small or mini. Call it what you like. Get that out of the way. This is USB. So we have, oh no, HDMI to mini, tiny mini HDMI. Is that HDMI? Yeah, HDMI. That will work on that camera actually. This one will work on that camera. So you've got, what, 2 different sizes. But this little baby here, so this is the mounting bracket that actually broke, this part here. That's the bit that broke off. So my camera or my cage goes in there, and it sits perfectly on my cage. You know, and I just like using it. So we have the USB for firmware updates, anything like that. A battery mount with a lock. So when you put your battery on, this baby here, it actually locks into place, so it can't fall out by mistake. 2 HDMIs, one being input, one being output. Tells you on here. So input is that one now, output that, and then we have power. And what's it actually say? It says DC, and that looks like, oh, it just says DC in. I thought it said 4 volts or something in for some reason. Controls up here. Don't forget it's touchscreen as well. So you have a push down as well as turn left and right, exit, F1, F2, and power on. And yeah, if you want to mount it on the side, like I've got mine at the moment, it's actually on the side. So I'm going to tear this off right now. Voila, get off. Bit of static. And I am going to set her up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cage. I'm going to use this one, I think. I'm trying to figure out, because this one is different to my other one. So I'm trying to figure out how this works. Because, there you go. That's how it works. So that will just screw in there. Well, I don't know. I don't touch it. Once it's set up, I just leave it alone. Screw it back up. Right. The internals I do play about with, obviously, I want to get all the little features up that I want up. But like I said, I will go through the menu, but I'm not going to go through in detail showing you different ways to set it up, because there's all different types of combinations for setting it up. Why ain't that going in? Oh, there you go. So, should be about there somewhere. So that will go on a cold shoe. It is different to my other one. And you can loosen this off if you need to. That feels pretty good. Do that. That will just slot on. And I don't turn it left and right. Once it's set up, I'll just leave it alone. Right. Let's get my cage. Oh, it is a little bit different. It's basically the same. But it is a little bit different. I'm going to try and undo it, because I've done it up pretty tight. Okay. Take the old one off. There's the old one, look. Poor thing. See if I can contact them, see if they send me a new body for it. So cage, it will sit on there like that. And I'm trying to figure out, where's my camera go? Which way round? That goes in there and it faces that way. So I want it that way. Yeah. Slide that on like so. Do it up. Yeah, and that should be it. See, that's how I have it. So the lens, I suppose it's the lens. The lens will point that way. The screen will point the same direction, because so that I can see myself and when I'm doing my filming. So what I'm going to do now that I know that works fine, is I'm going to take that camera and connect it to this. So I might have to move cameras about, okay? Give me a second. Right, I've already mounted my monitor, as you can see, but I wanted to talk about this little bracket that comes with the new monitor. It's alright, it does the job, but I prefer the old one. It seems to be more sturdier. It didn't move so much. Although you can move it, as you can see, you seem to be able to tighten it up a little bit more than you can with this one. So I prefer the old style, alright? I just wanted to point that out. So this is how I normally have it set up. So if I'm doing an overhead shot with my camera, my GH5, it's normally looking down like that and it's fixed to there. But if I'm using the camera like I've got that camera set up at the moment, I normally take it off. I'm going to show you how I plug it all in. Take that off, stick that down now, undo this. It's quite easy, only takes seconds. Slide it into my cage, like so. Flathead screwdriver. Slide it back on. Lock it into place, so that's locked in, it won't move nowhere. And then I just, a little lock there to stop it moving about, and that is basically it. And then a HDMI cable. This is the shortest one I've actually got, which is perfect, into my camera. So, make sure it's the right way around, Yorkie. Oops. Might be easier if I went that way. So it's got used to being in at one way, if that makes sense. And then that will go up there. So perfect length, just long enough, just. And that is ready to go. And then all I've got to do is put the battery in. I prefer to use the battery rather than use the electrics. Click that into place and that won't come out unless you press that button, okay, that button up there. So like I said, that is ready to go. Turn her on and voila, that is it set up. And that, oh actually you can hear a bit of feedback. So that is how I'd normally have it on. The only thing I do recommend is you go into settings, don't forget you've got two buttons up there and that wheel, press the wheel down, scroll down to configuration or system configuration, then down to sound and then mute. Because otherwise you get feedback. You can hear yourself, it's annoying. So always mute it, so it's job done. Touch the screen and you know, away you go. Yeah? You can scroll in, scroll out. Yeah? Works extremely well. very pleased with it. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a tutorial on the settings or anything like that, but what I will do right now is I will show you a basic overview of the actual settings, so you've got an idea of how easy it is to navigate and look around, okay, and make any adjustments. All right, we'll do it right now. This is my old monitor, but it's the same basic setup, really simple to use. I'm going to quickly go through it. So like I said earlier, you have this button up here which will do your volume, and if you press it, it will bring up your settings. And the first thing I do is go into system configuration, scroll down to, oops, I messed it up. Right, this is my old monitor, but it does exactly the same. The settings are basically all the same. So you have these buttons up top, which is the dial. If you adjust the dial like that, it will turn up the volume or turn it down. You have exit, F1 and F2. I'm going to quickly go through it right now. So if you press the button in on the dial, and the first thing I do is go into system configuration and go down to sound, like I showed you earlier, and mute. Now if you want to come out, you can either press the exit button or just touch the screen and you're back to the beginning again. So exposure and assist, click on that, and you have false colour zebras, histograms, waveform, vectorscopes. And normally I have zebras on, and also I have histograms on, and you can position that into different places. And you can have it RGB brightness, or you can just close it. But mine's normally on the bottom right, and I normally leave that alone. Waveform is top left, but I have it turned off. And same as vectorscopes, I have that top right again turned off, but they're there if you want to use them. That's the idea. And then to come out of there, just press the exit button. Again, you come straight out. Or if you want to come out the other way, is you can just go F1, F2, and that will. Yeah. And then go back in again if you want to adjust anything here. Do it one more time. Right, this is my old monitor. Like I said, it's still working, but the setup is basically the same. So you have the wheel, you have exit and F1, F2. So click on the wheel, push it down, and we go into system configuration. The first thing I always do is mute, which you can see is muted. And then if you want to come out, you can press the exit button. Yeah, or you can just touch the screen, because it's touchscreen, remember? The same as if you want to go to histogram, just press that and you should be able to get it up. There you go. So we have on exposure assist, we have false colour zebras, peak, lux. It's not sure, is it? What is the time? Right, it's good. Right, this is my old monitor, but the settings are virtually the same. I think they're exactly the same, to be honest with you. I don't think they changed anything. So we have the wheel at the top, like I showed you earlier, and exit F1, F2, and if you press the wheel in, you get the display come up for wherever you want to do. So the first things I always do is go into system configuration, go down through sound, and I mute it. Yeah, okay, easy enough to do. It's the first thing I do. Now you can exit by touching the screen or press the exit button. So that is muted. I always do that. Exposure assist, press that again, and again you've got different settings depending on what you like. Normally I just use zebras and histograms. Histograms bottom right and zebra is on. Waveform is top left but turned off, and vectorscopes is again top right but closed. Yeah, that's just the way I do it. But if you want to move it about, oops, I touched the screen by mistake there. But if you want to move it about, say for instance we're going to do histograms, you can either touch the screen like so, see that, or you should be able to do it on the wheel, on these buttons up here. Oh no, it does that. You got that wrong, didn't you? Right, last time. Right, this is my old monitor, but the settings are exactly the same as the new monitor. So you have the wheel that you can turn up the volume, turn down the volume, like that, as you can see. and you have exit, F1, F2, and don't forget it's touchscreen. So push the wheel in and you get your settings. First thing I always do is system configuration and turn off the audio. Yeah, mute. First thing I always do. Get rid of that because you get feedback, or you can hear it and it's annoying. So I always do that. Go into exposure, and then you got false color, zebra, histogram, waveform, vectors. And I normally have zebras on and histograms, and I normally have it bottom right, like so. The F1, F2, if you press them, we'll go through these. See that? That's the F2 button, scrolling through. Normally set it on brightness, for me personally. Wave format is closed, it's not on, but it's set for top left, easy enough to do. And vectors, top right, again, closed. And then come out of there. Job done. Really easy. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go through everything because there's a lot to go through. It really depends on what you're looking for, like peaks, anything like that. Everything seems to work fine. Touchscreen works extremely well. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Don't forget, this one is 2 years old now. Maybe 3 years old by the time you watch this video. But it works extremely well. Very pleased with it. So with that, let's get back to Yorkie. I will stick a link in the video description of the monitor, the cage, the camera, GH5 by the way, and the tripod, in case you're interested in any of them products. There will be links in there. If you click on them and you want to buy them, it don't cost you any more money than if you've done the research and found them yourself. If you go to the Amazon website, where I am going to stick the links into, they will be the same price whether you click on my link or not. But should you choose to click on my link, I will get a small kickback, only a small one, of, you know, sort of like a bit of advertising, if you like. But doesn't cost you any more money, so it just helps the channel, okay? Want to point that out to you. So yeah, my final opinion, very pleased with the monitor. This is my second one. That's how pleased I am with it. It's a shame the other one broke, but these things happen. Didn't like, or don't like, the new mounting cold shoe. I prefer the old style. So if the company's actually watching this video, can we go back to the old one, please? Prefer that one to the new one. It's probably a couple of pennies cheaper or something like that. So with that, if you find my content informative and helpful, consider subscribing. Doesn't cost you any money whatsoever, but it does help my channel. It helps the channel by telling YouTube algorithms that, oh look, he's getting more followers or subscribers. Yeah, we should look at him more closely. And encourages me to make more videos for you. So with that, if you like this video, consider giving me the thumbs up. If you didn't, consider giving me the thumbs down. Not sure I want you to do that, but it's up to you. And please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.